Hello once again, ladies, gentlemen, and kobolds. I've got a question for the community, for the RPG Brigade, both the lurkers and the posters, and that is the following. What is your favourite GM tool? Now, I don't mean your brain, your imagination, that's the obvious one. Something that isn't you, something you utilise to make your GMing better. To kick things off, I'm going to share mine with you. The Post-it note. This is my essential GM tool. I use it in a couple of different ways. Firstly, initiative tracking. You've probably got some other systems out there, but this is just really quick for me. I write each character name on a post-it note, okay, write them all out on the table. Initiative rolls come up, I just write the numbers straight on it and order them on the table in a row in front of me. I know exactly what initiative order I'm dealing with, whose go is first. And of course all the mooks and things, they go in as one initiative, or if it's different types I might decide to break it up, or if it's that kind of combat I might break it up with different kinds of initiative, but it's great for initiative tracking. I can move them around, also status effects, I can just make little markings on it, anything I like about that character. Here's the other kicker for it. These post-it notes are really cool to avoid double exposition and encourage your roleplay being centre for exposition, findings, search checks, all that sort of thing. Tell me, honestly, if you as a GM, you've ever found yourself in this situation. You've got a party, they're going through a dungeon, someone's just done a hearing check or something like that, or you've asked them to, or something like that, and they've passed, and then you tell them what they can hear. You can hear the sound of like cogs and gears, almost making it sound like there's machinery in this place, or something like that, right? Some sort of indicator that the person with the very acute hearing managed to perceive and the rest of the party didn't. The rest of the party then might say, oh, do we know about this? And you'd say, well, I guess not, no. Then the player says, well, I'm telling them, I tell them. Alright, okay, now they all know. So they, as players, already know to start reacting about it, okay? They already want to start thinking about it because you've told them. Or you could be in a situation where you've just told them and then they go through it and say, hey guys, I can really start to hear machinery and stuff. And you as a GM, you'd be sitting there, even as a player, thinking, this is dumb, I already know why you're telling me, I'm just playing it out because of the roleplay. Post-it notes! See, what you do as the GM, you write the information secretly on it and hand it to the player. And then, they even have the option to decide whether they're going to expose this information to them. They might decide, you know what, I've just done a trap check and it shows there is a trap, but I really have something against the person that's on point right now. See, if the GM would have pointed out, oh, by the way, you just spotted there's a trap at the front. It doesn't matter how good role player that player is at the front. He's going to be like, my character's going to be cautious walking down this hallway, even though he's got no reason to be because he didn't spot the trap. Hand the note to him, and the guy that did spot the trap, not only did he spot the trap, but he doesn't necessarily have to be held accountable for not finding it. If you roll it in a certain way, he could let that player walk straight into it. It encourages roleplay because the character who's supposed to be saying it gets to actually speak the thing they get to speak. Now for me, this is a really important part of the game. Really, to let the characters explain things to each other, talk to each other as a party should. It really creates that immersion factor like they are actually there talking with each other. You don't just want to be some narrator who makes calls. That's how to avoid it. So that's why the post-it note wins that vote for me as the essential GM tool. There's a bunch of others that's going to be great, but I'm naming that one as mine. I'm really looking forward to hearing what yours are. So, you know the drill, guys. Comments and video responses, anything you like. Let's start sharing and caring and talking and chatting, and thanks again for tuning in to Gaming Talk. See you at the next video.